Oké. Goedenavond iedereen. How we all doing? Het is geen Jonko Friday, dus dan moeten we even checkie Monday. Fallacy. Hoe gaat het met iedereen? How we all doing? Vandaag gaan we nog eens een momentje inchecken, hè? Zien hoe het met een bandje is. Misschien een beetje ander hoekje is voor de verandering. Ja, laten we er straight in vliegen, zou ik zeggen. Hè. Voilà, Valassie. Dan gaan we hier eens tabletje pakken. Hoppa. Joosje. En dan zullen we weer eens even kijken hè, hoe dat de week geweest is. Progress file. Valassie. Week 15 achter de rug. Hè. We zijn nu terug van maandag tot zondag onze weken aan het hebben. Dus we zijn back op normaal ritme. Alright. Eens kijken. Hè. Hoeveel hebben we gesmoked deze week? Even wat wegen, want we hebben actually 3,5 dag niet gerookt deze week. Dus dat is al goed. Min 27. Dus 1,96. Oh, dat is zeer goed eigenlijk. 1,96 gram. Dus dat is redelijk weinig voor de week. We hebben ook Savago gesport, 2,5 uur. Dus dat is ook al honestly beter dan normaal. In de laatste weken. We hebben ook niet gesmoked. We hebben zelfs maandag, dinsdag, woensdag en donderdag grotendeels van een dag niet gesmoked. Dus dat is zeer goed. Sleep hebben we 4 keer geweest. We hebben 4 keer gemediteerd en we zijn 4 keer buiten geweest. Hell ja. Ik hoorde hier een muziekje, maar ik heb niet het gevoel dat iemand iets gestuurd hebt. Oh, maakt niet uit. Dus overal is dat zeker veruit een groene, healthy week geweest. Chronicles of Banjo hebben we ook gedaan, dus dat is zeker ook een goeie. Voor degenen die het nog niet weten, ik ben dus een kleine vlogserie aan het maken, waarbij ik zo aan mijn dagen vlog dat ik unemployed ben. Dus we hebben wel verschillende ideeën dat ik wil uitwerken. Gewoon zien wat we ervan kunnen maken. Vandaag heb ik niet alles kunnen doen dat ik wou doen. Ja, kijk. Het is niet elke dag mogelijk, zeker. Dus gewoon elke dag werken, dat is het belangrijkste. We hebben een check-in. We hebben Jonko Friday. We hebben vorige week financials gedaan. En nog geen dingen. Dus deze is ook veruit een groene geworden. Dan hebben we Reddit. Gaan we zo meteen doen. Dus dat is goed. We hebben niet met live people geengaged. En we hebben ook niet echt fresh content gewatcht. Dus deze is oranje. Miscellaneous. We hebben zowel met vrienden als familie gehangen. We hebben 1984 beginnen luisteren, dus dat is ook goed. We hebben nog niet voor tweedehands zitten zoeken, maar dat maakt niet zoveel uit. Dus dat is zeker ook veruit een groene geworden. Started with the Chronicles of Bench and self-unemployed arc. So far we have mostly been focusing on getting the structure in order. Today is eigenlijk van volgende week, dus dan mag ik dus Moet ik even uit mijn hoofd halen. Laatste week hebben we dus vooral... eens kijken, hè. Laatste week hebben we dus vooral... eerst approach uitgewerkt. Een beetje normie geweest. Voor de rest... een beetje gamed ook. Vandaag hebben we dus... intro en outro verder uitgewerkt. Die zijn redelijk goed, ik ben wel redelijk blij met het resultaat al. Maar dat gaan jullie binnenkort pas kunnen zien. Section order, doing some trades, one each day, and worked out the concepts for the social platform that I'm trying to get up and running. Started reading 1984 too. Ja, eigenlijk tegenwoordig ligt dat zoveel in elkaar, die reflectie, en dat moet eigenlijk een beetje hetzelfde aan het worden zijn. Hier kan ik misschien nog wel wat meer over mijn weekend uittaaien. Pretty good week. Mental is a lot better because of the unemployment. Also, went out with friends, barbecue at Thibaut and Matthias, as well with family, Luc en Jantje. It's a very nice weekend with a lot of sun that really helped me with starting this new adventure. If this was the winter, I might have struggled a lot more. Voilà. Dus overal denk ik wel zeker groen. Ik denk dat het een heel goede week is geweest op dat vlak. Zeker niet ondermaats. Het enige dat ik een beetje spijtig vond, is dat ik vandaag niet zoveel heb kunnen werken. Maar ja, dat is voor volgende week dan om op terug te reflecten. Maar ja, is niet een issue voor vandaag. Oké. Ik denk dat dat wel goed is voor momenteel. Dan gaan we... ja. Also didn't smoke from Monday till Thursday, which went quite nice and not too hard. Repeat for next week. Voilà. Dus ja, dat is wel goed. Oké. Ik denk dat we een weekje door zijn. Kunnen we nog eens Reddit gaan checken. Zien how the Redditors are doing over here. Oké, laten we eens die link. Dus we gaan dan deze pakken. Wacht, introduction. Misschien kan ik Even een dingetje van maken. Voilà. Even een bestandje van maken. Voilà, 2 approach. Zien hoe ik dat zo gewoon kan posten. Wacht even, we zullen zo doen. En dan zo. Hier komt dus hier komt dus deze. Voilà. En dan deze kunnen. Ja, die kunnen we wegdoen. Oké. En dan, oei. En dan kunnen we deze pakken. Zo. Dan voegen we deze ertussen. De 2, 3. En dan hebben we nog deze nodig. Face 4. Oké, dan gaan we ook gewoon een fotootje van een snapshot van pakken. Zo. Voilà. Zo. En dan deze nog. Oké. Alright. Dus wacht hè. Dat zei je verkeerd ge. Approach moet hier naar boven. Approach, voilà. Een beetje kleiner. Zo. Bon. Dat is goed zo. Oké. En dan gaan we deze concept media wat zullen we zoiets noemen? Voilà, pdf gaan we maken. We kunnen misschien een nieuwe noemen. Downloads. Voilà. Oké, en dan zullen we dat eens sturen naar die mensen. Hè. Een WeTransfer, of kan ik dat gewoon... Okay, let's make a WeTransfer link then. Voilà. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, I send it to some people. That's good. Now let's see what is up here. What's this? What's up with the internet? Hello. Inside India. Wings of motivation. Ça va. Let's check, yeah. Spam. Nee, precies niet. Eens kijken naar mijn hotmail. I got accepted from Manus. Okay. That's good. Okay. 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 Pum. Okay. Okay. Niet some help, wat heb ik hier gezegd? Wat zal ik dan doen? I don't know, I think I would be a hermit. I guess the underlying issue is that I'm too comfortable. I'm so used to putting no effort into myself that the thought of doing so is just exhausting. As much as I would love to list off these grand plans and ideas, I simply don't have any. If anything, I'd like just be normal. I want to be able to go to the gym regularly without dreading it and hating it every second. I want to be able to go out to bar without feeling weird about spending money on alcohol I have at home. I want to be able to shower without having to battle with myself over whether it's a waste of time or not. It's almost like I'm stuck on both sides of the coin. I want to be better, more active. Maybe that would help my mental health, but at the same time, pretty comfortable doing what I'm doing. I think we all share these kinds of feelings. Okay. few things come to mind. I'm an addict. One thing that helped me was to reframe this thought. I have a body and brain and life circumstances that predisposition me to form strong habits of usage. Getting some separation between you, the you that struggles and wants the best for yourself, and your biological makeup. Seems. Is this what your inner critic is telling? It might be helpful. Transparent about this feeling with your therapist. I won't worry I'm pissing you off and frustrating, and the way you feel about this could also be feeding feelings of guilt and shame that turn into feed habits. Feel you went through something similar with a big breakup, bad passing away, family members passing away, and my mind thought it's this. Tears are up. The cannabis delays the processing of those events. The way this played out for me, I was just kicking the can down the road, building up emotional debt. It felt like it helped in the short term, but over time I became more and more depressed and enjoyed the cannabis less and less. I've been afraid of these emotions, but finally meeting them and provide less. I can stop by stating to understand the mechanism at play in my brain. Been up more information. I fed my brain, the more I was able to separate what I actually want versus what my deep in the habit brain was telling me I want. Okay. Nice. Alright. Let's see what's new out there. All right. Let's see. Can you imagine reality where there's no concept of suffering? Then with your own AI agent, aimless overachiever. The universe is ever expanding. What is it expanding into? My therapist. Oh, it's more of a philosophical question. Alright, day one. Spotify tool to transfer your playlist like songs from one account to another. I'm scared my app will fail. Feeling, I don't know. Antabuse triggered mania. Life is agonizing. Just launched on the Apple Store. Struggling with life stresses. And I stop being creative too much. Binge eating help. Totally do not believe in built relationships. Why do people feel the need to just leave you unseen, read when texting? Does having diagnosed? I want to master degree and doctorate one day, but doesn't feel worth it anymore. Working 2 hours a day is a game changer. Need to make a choice. Feeling stuck. Why should I try to get along? Okay, let's check these ones out first. Where to start? I'm 26, male, full-time student, and over the past few months I've started feeling super foggy. I don't feel sad at all, but I've been having a hard time focusing on locking in. I've noticed less motivation when it comes to my hobbies and less fulfillment when it comes to the same hobbies. I've never met anyone about my mental health, as I've never really noticed an issue until now. My question is about medication. I'm nervous to take anything that I could become overly dependent on. Is that valid, or is it not really like that? In my view, I'd rather not commit to a long-term solution. Or that bit too stimulate, or this is Sharon P. Mental health subreddit. That's subs. Can you imagine a reality where there is no concept of suffering? One of my biggest issues in life is that suffering is inevitable. Not only that, but it's common. Many people suffer and struggle. In the life subreddit, Code Ninja 808 in the Find a Path. Aimless overachiever. My whole life I've always put my 100% into my academics and career. I don't come from money. I'm the first of family to immigrate to the US, so I knew that I needed to become a self-sufficient ASAP. After years of grinding countless internships, I landed a high-paying tech job, 180,000 a year, straight out of undergrad. I am miserable. My work eats up so much time that I barely have time for any of my hobbies. Thankfully, I have a fruitful social life with great friends, but I only ever have time to hang out with them on Fridays. Every day for the past 6 months, I wake up as a soulless corporate drone, contributing to tasks that I don't care about. I want a big family, so I always figure that I need to grind, but I'm starting to think that this isn't worth it. I feel unfulfilled and want to actually do work that helps people directly. I'm considering staying to save money and then getting a master in social work or psychology to pivot to a role as a counselor or therapist. But I feel so much shame for wanting to leave a job that I had to work so hard to get. Do it. A lot. That's all I can say about it. Fatal exterminator in the mental health subreddit. What is actually wrong with me? I've struggled with ideation. What's ideation? Formation of ideas or concepts. Okay. Struggled with ideation / self-harm. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Recently though, I've been experiencing something different on top of your everyday ideation. I have episodes and or outbursts that only last a few minutes, maybe an hour maximum, where I intend to or heavily consider ending my life. They're triggered by frustration, embarrassment, minor inconveniences, anything. I'm ashamed to admit this portion. In these episodes I've thrown things, broken things, hit my head against a wall a number of times, or just acted otherwise irrationally. I'm completely aware of how ridiculous I'm being in the moment, but I do not care. What are they and how do you cope? I don't know what they are, but how to cope. I don't know, kan ik niks op zeggen. Let us not in the Find a Path subreddit. What's a career that would let you help people indirectly? I don't want to get into social work or anything like that. I'm talking something similar to working in biological labs, for example, tissue biopsies, etc., to help diagnose whatever a patient might have or without interacting with them. I know it's vague, but I got of no interest in math. I'd still like to help out some people with a job more closely related to physics math. Okay, I guess this guy. Substantial Funny 649 in side project. I'm scared my app will fail. I've always wanted to do something big, something that people would use that doesn't already exist. And I still want to do that, but I'm so scared that I work on it and no one will use it and my hard work goes to waste. How did you guys tackle this way of thinking? Should just not be scared to fail, or be just scared to do it? Either way. Validate your idea before starting the actual development process. This helps you prevent exactly that. A common way of doing that is by creating a waitlist and seeing if people sign up. We can use easy listing to speed up this process. Select signups handled up. No. How do you advertise a wait list? Do people sign up without you having anything to prove that you're capable of making an app you advertise. Alright. UB serve early morning and productivity subreddits. Early morning hobbies other than exercise or reading that help you keep the habit. What hobbies kept you motivated to wake up early in the morning and feel supercharged to spend your quiet early hours working on it? For me, that is my biggest hurdle. I'm trying to overcome the gain productivity and get through the day feeling satisfied and less stressful. I want to try picking up some hobbies to see if that will keep hooked. If that will keep hooked and motivated to work on in the early morning. I'd want to hear from others who have found a specific hobby helpful to keep them a fairly consistent early riser. Drinking coffee. Most days I get up early to exercise. On the days I don't wake up and I'm excited for my first cup of coffee. I like to order different varieties, try different brewing methods. I'm not an early riser, so wouldn't be able to help with that one, to be honest. Forever Alone 51023 in the mental health subreddit. Feeling, I don't know. I feel so strange right now. It's a bad strange though. It's contemplative kind of melancholy, but not really noticeable. I don't know. Nothing bad happened today. It was a very good day actually. Woohoo! And I mean this with my whole heart. And I'm super grateful for today. I thank the universe for another quiet day. My health is not horrible at the moment and I feel okay, to be honest. Emotionally, kind of just meh. I keep thinking of the Emoji Movie whenever I say. Anyways, just wanted to get that out. I want to do something but I can't seem to find the expression. I need to relieve this little bit of discomfort I'm feeling. Again, nothing bad, just off. Thanks for reading. My sons will be home from school. My mood crashes from small things. How to stay stable. Specialist Suite 107 in the self-improvement subreddit. I've built good habits lately. Gym, studying routines, but I'm still struggling. Some days I'm motivated, other days I crash emotionally out of nowhere. Tiny things like the lighting, people's energy, or the weather affect me too much. Even things I enjoy like the gym or studying suddenly feel heavy or annoying. I want to stop letting small external stuff ruin my mood. Anyone else deal with this? How do you stay grounded? lost one of my jobs because somebody turned on the lighting in the room and I couldn't stand it. Now I learned to zoom out. Literally, I remind myself of that failure and take a deep breath and zoom out of the picture to see if I want to lose another job just because such a minuscule thing. I do something every morning called programming cards. I write a statement on an index card. I'm able to remain calm when things don't go my way. I'm able and willing to hear noises I don't like and stay calm, etc. I've been doing it for years. It complements all my gym routine, meditation stuff really well. Happy to share more via chat if you want. Oh, and I read them out loud every morning too. Okay. Lágrima de oro. I guess we all struggle with those things. Alright. Key arm 4145 in the mental health subreddit. Life is agonizing. Wake up, go school, go home, sleep, wake up, do the same shit over and over again. It would have been better if school wasn't there. Honestly, if I stopped going to school right now, I would be a lot happier than I'm right now. School makes me fucking pissed off. Wake up at 6 in the morning, learning nothing useful. Go home, wait till you go again, and then people are annoying, ghetto, and basically... well, not I'll tell them, but most of them I hate. It's goddamn useless. I don't learn anything more. Basically, shit is also, it's tiring too, it's boring, and it doesn't get any better when you grow up. Well, I'm not grown up yet, but still, you get a job, but hey, at least you get paid to go, so it's worth something. But then there's bills for everything, whatever. Gonna die. So yeah, life is just effing miserable. The only time I'm genuinely enjoy it is when I'm effing sleeping, because I don't feel I can rant about this forever, but I'm not gonna. Meaningless. Okay. Struggling with life stresses. Fantastic Lab 3156 in the mental health subreddit. I guess the point of the post is to get some things off my mind, as I feel like a burden whenever I speak to my friends, family. It just shut me down. I'm a single mom to a beautiful little boy with autism and really struggling with mental health. I feel like I've had so much stress these past few years that now my brain's just broken. I've been through so much and I've always got through everything. Diagnosed with bipolar disease, I've noticed these past few years I'm constantly obsessing about everything. I will get fixated on the subject and just obsessed to the point I'm making myself poorly. For example, bed bugs. I've never had bed bugs, but I have developed this fear around getting them. I'm constantly cleaning. I will hover and change my bedding every other day, and if I can't concentrate on anything else, I will see a blemish on my skin and I will go meltdown mode, convincing myself it's a big bed bug bite. Newest obsession of mine is scabies, constantly in fear of going to catch it. I don't know why I'm developing these fears and obsessions. Previous obsession was about my son getting poorly, constantly cleaning, scared I was going to get ill. I was never like this before, and I seriously don't know why this is happening to me. I would do anything to go back to how things were before, cause this is seriously taking it all on my... I really think my brain is broken again. I think that the point of the post is just getting things and just managing. Yeah, so well. How do I stop being creative too much? Abhimanju566 in the self subreddit. I'm being too much creative nowadays. I don't know why I can't focus on one thing because of this. I mean, it's okay to be creative, but being creative in everything, I don't know if it's good or bad thing. Creative headspace, I am reading a lot. It's pretty vague, so I'm not too sure what you're struggling with, but I'm having difficulty balancing your responsibility with launching into those creative endeavors as they come to mind. Maybe take care of school, work, and write notes about ideas you've said. The way when you set aside a more... Ça va. Macy1232 in a self-improvement subreddit. Binge eating help. I really need help with binge eating. You set a scene with some context. 170 kilo, 27% body fat. Although I want to go back to these figures and I start suffering with sleep loss and heavy breathing, and overall I'm worried. I'm more tired, which is not a surprise. I work out constantly and heavily. I push myself a lot in the gym, and it's something I rarely miss. I don't walk as much as I used to, but the main issue comes from eating. Overall, I'll eat a very good diet. I eat my macros and calories of around 28 calories as a deficit and 200 gram proteins. Overall, my diet works too. I don't get any cravings. I can stick to it. The issue starts arising when I feel down or tired or had a long day. I always see themselves to get a treat, and I end up getting 1.2 calories in one sitting. This absolutely derails me after when I have become very tired and sluggish. I sleep in, and the next day I can't perform and work and feel so tired. I need help sorting this. How do I overcome that binge eating step? So alright. Slow by 2396 in the self subreddit. Truly do not believe I am built for relationships. I've been in one relationship and many situationships, but it usually ends one way or the other, and to be honest, I do not feel the best in them. I feel lonely a lot. I do want someone, but I avoid it because I truly do not believe I'm built for it. And I feel like I'm not very dateable anyway. I feel I'll be alone the rest of my life, which I'm fine with, but in a way it all really does. All right. The water 100 in life separate. One lesson you would give to an overthinker and someone who has anxiety. One lesson you would give to an overthinker. Who do we have there? Ah, we've got him Davido. How are you doing, my man? El Davido. Even whatever you didn't work out, still did, because it gave you valuable feedback that allowed you to get clear on what was important, or knew the anxiety just comes from stored memories of a previous incident. Form of self-protection, nothing more than a signal to help you get to examine if what you are anxious about is truth or just perception. Overthinker and someone who has anxiety. Ik zie uw laatste bericht niet. Of was dat fake sound? I don't know anymore. Alright, what do we say to an overthinker? What do I say to myself? At least you're thinking. Alright. Goat Baloney 0 in Find the Path subreddit. I want a master's or even doctorate one day, but it doesn't feel worth it anymore. 23 male, pursuit of master, but not only do I have an idea what to choose from, I also just don't know if it's worth it with where the United States is now and all these research limitations. And my GPA, I'm graduating this May with a GPA that's way too shameful for grad school, 2.77. That doesn't reflect that I can do at my best at all. Pummeled because I was constantly sick and unmedicated for HAD. Uninsured, out of the state. The meds I need to focus cost 500. Okay. Physically, I got sick so often that I turned into vomiting all day, twice a week. I once vomited for so long that a friend called EMT. Even with the doctor's note from the student health center, I didn't get credit for an assignment. And several others from the incident because of my major strict deadlines policies. I still don't know why this is happening, because as soon as I come back home this issue went away. I have aspirations that aren't possible in this country now too. I feel stupid for dreaming big despite all these setbacks, but I've always been interested in careers like diplomacy, foreign service, investigating and urban planning. I'd love to pursue a master's for those. But with my GPA and a shift in this country taking towards institutions, none of it feels possible anymore. Journalism as a career is something I'm excited about pursuing, but things feel darker and more impossible with every day I spent rotting away my dad's house, working a retail job in hopes of landing an interview at a newsroom. Okay. Problem professor in the productivity subreddit. Working 2 hours a day is a game changer. I recently started blocking 2-3 hours of my day to work on a passion project I've been wanting to complete for a while. It was initially difficult because I'd always be tempted to listen to music, watch videos online, or scroll through social media instead. I also didn't know how much time the project would take to complete, leaving me with the overwhelming impression that it would require enormous time and effort. Everything changed when I started thinking in 2-hour slots. I promised myself to dedicate just 2 hours of focused work per day on the project, and that's it. For the rest of the day I could do whatever I wanted without guilt. This mindset shift has been transformative. I've accomplished so much over the past months simply by setting low expectations and creating a manageable execution plan. The rest of us are chumps for working 8 hours. I genuinely think we're not designed to work 8 hours a day every single day. This is how the human brain works, to be honest. I have nothing to do what I want. Sometimes I chill, sometimes I enjoy work and carry on. Okay. I need to read and super advice for finally getting unstuck. Thanks in that friend and great job. I'm somewhere behind, yeah, on the 1 hour a week, but 1 day. Ah, wait, this is 2 hours. Ah, okay, it's per day, yeah. Okay. I like it. It's positive. Galfdeck 98 in mental health subreddit. Am I going to be a problem for society? I don't know who to talk about this, and the situation is quite bizarre. I recently watched just purely out of curiosity a video about a killer. R-word thief. This, alongside others and many things happening in my life, have led me to think that I'll become just that. I won't specify my age because I'm still a minor and my life has been crazy. My mother passed away 2 years ago. I'm antisocial and I'm in stale life. I do the same routine every day almost, and I barely go out, and I don't really have trusty friends. I think it's because of my genes or something, but deep inside me I want to be sociable and I truly want to go to parties and stuff. But I can't really communicate and be someone. I'm just someone. Because of all this, I'm truly scared I will be the worst human ever, who will end up in jail for all my life. It's like the good and the bad battling out. I wish I wouldn't have said this, but please reach out and help me. The difference between you and those people you discuss worrying about is becoming that you're aware and do not want to become that. You think it may just be who you will become, but the fact you are here and upset about that being a possibility makes you so much different than them. If this is something that weighs so heavily on you that it affects you, I believe you should look into seeking counseling. Not even just for that, but for processing your mother's death as well. I can imagine that had to have done something to your growth and perspective of life. So find a way to talk to someone professionally about this, about your concerns for becoming these kinds of people. You may find out that it isn't you at all and it's your anxiety that makes you feel such a way. These topics are allowed to be talked about as long as you don't mention actively wanting to hurt yourself or others. You will not be hospitalized, nor will they call people about it. If you're just concerned of your future, it can be discussed without issue. Just remember, you acknowledging how you don't want to become these people is already what makes you different from them. You're on the right path. Thank you. I just hope that you're right, because, but of course I want to go somewhere, go discuss maybe a psychologist, but I'm just so ashamed, and me being antisocial just makes it so hard. I don't know how to talk to someone. I think he's doing good. 97 lightly baked potato. You find a part subreddit. Need to make a choice this year. 28, live with my parents, have a girlfriend. I'm currently work in concert live production, and I very much do enjoy aspects of my work. Net around 80k a year, but live in HCL. I don't know what that means. And that's not a guaranteed number as I freelance. I haven't moved out because of uncertainty with my career path. I've gone back and forth a few times. I'm back in school part-time for computer science, and I'm decent at it, but I don't enjoy it nearly as much as my current career. The issue with the work I do now is it's so uncertain, no benefits or retirement contributions other than my own route I set up. I often leave for a month at a time to work on shows and live on the bus. I've been almost every state in the US. A colleague and I are considering starting a company together and combining our client list. I find myself going back and forth on committing to this path or having a regular lifestyle, basically looking for any advice, tips on how to guide my decision. It seems like it's worth exploring. You know anything done similar? Do you think a business degree or something else would help you? The one person I know who works in live audio production does have a degree. He's also part of a union, which is where he finds most of his work, but I don't know if that works the way in other regions. What is this? What is this, bro? Ilsilabub7841 in Find a Path subreddit. Feeling stuck in an average life. 26 male. First off, my life is not bad at all. I'm in good shape, great social circle. I have a job as a mechanical engineer. Don't have the best relationship with my family, but it's nothing extreme. I'm going to therapy now to work through some stuff. I went into engineering because my parents told me to. While I do like it in general, I hate my job. I went to university barely getting by and finished with mediocre grades since I just wanted to pass. Luckily I landed a job early thanks to having friends that helped me network, but I've been stuck at that job for now 3 years. There's not much growth, and every time I try to work my way up in the company, I've gotten shut down for either being too young or inexperienced. I get paid less than the industry average and feel stuck. I've had interviews with other companies, and while they have went well, they would go with someone else at the final stages, which felt discouraging since I thought I'd finally get out of my company. I honestly don't care to work in the industry and prefer design from architecture to clothing. About 30k in student debt and a car I'm paying off, which I need since moving out is too expensive in Toronto, Canada. I feel like I'm mediocre in so many ways, which makes me a jack of all trades, but I'm not truly great at anything, but I have knowledge about a lot of different subjects. I know I'm young, but I feel like time is flying and I don't have any purpose, which leads me to wanting to find fulfillment through dating or traveling. I think that's a lot for people, honestly. He's hitting some nails on the head here. I feel like I'm rotting at my current job and the job market isn't good right now, so I'm grateful to have it, but I don't want to stay here forever and watch my life pass by. My school debt and car are preventing me from moving out or just to another city. I'm inspired by people who love their careers, and I wanted to see if anyone went through something like this in the 20s. What is it that you're seeking? And by all means, no expert. I'm still trying to figure out my career. So that I will never be happy in a career that isn't serving the community, society in some way. I guess that's my purpose. I figured that out through trial and error, a lot of research, meditation, journaling. I've gone down the rabbit hole of careers that pay well, careers that are relatively easy and stress-free, careers I'm good at, careers that are simply interesting to me, and every time I've come back to the same question. This has led me to conclude there need to be some kind of community work. I've applied to 4,500 jobs since 2022. 0 interviews since February 2025. Despite following up with recruiters expressing interest and tailoring resume cover letters. I've got multiple 6+ round processes just to end up empty-handed in the end. IQ test, personality test, panel interviews. I used a temp agency last summer and still had no job by the end of the summer. Went 7 rounds with a tech company for a temporary role. I did just have a $20 an hour job across the country fall through in March, and was in logistics, likely would have been fired with the tariffs. 25 female, I've been underemployed for 3 years and unemployed for over a year. My hair has started falling out. I'm so stressed and depressed. It's not supposed to be this hard. I've not been able to start my life. That's pretty rough. I quit my job recently. What I'm gonna do next, but courses more It forced me to act more on my feeling of Alright, that's all I can say for this guy. Dazzling essay 9178. Why should I try to get along with other people? The last 5 to 6 years I've tried so hard to make friends, get a girlfriend, and teach myself to be better with other people. And I'm really struggling to say what good it has done for me. I'm still miserably lonely, I haven't made any new friends, and I still massive slog to get along with massive slog. What's that for a word? Still a massive slog to get along with people. It's like pulling teeth. When I try, I smile, I laugh, I occasionally tell a joke and other people laugh, but I still just can't get on with other people. People do not take to me. I'm not saying I'm going to be rude or antisocial, I just give up trying to fit in with other people. Do my thing. I feel like 5-6 years of hard work with nothing to show for it is enough for me to say, you know, I tried, I gave it my all, and it's time to quit. I just can't find a reason to keep trying. Unfortunately, I'm horrible at quitting. Every time I go out now, I need to remind myself, don't say what they expect you to say. Do what you want, regardless of how they will think. I think this says all. How do you guys on quotes? Hoe krijg je dat eruit? Okay. Tacos get me through. What do you say when a friend low-key screws you over? I'm working on stopping being a people pleaser and pushover. I'm in a new situation and that happened. My job requires partnered work and we work long days, so everyone usually tries to figure out who they will be partnered with. We have no management, only an owner, so it's not a good system at work. Anyway, basically it's the most generic terms. One of my friends said she would work with me through the weekend. At the end of the first shift on Friday, she starts basically fake coughing and says, I think I'm getting sick. Basically said, oh, sure, why not everyone else keeps screwing? She's one of those people that's always sick. Basically, she called out sick on Saturday and Monday and that she's perfectly... I had to say, I just ignored her. Obviously, we are at work, so I'm not going to be unprofessional. I talked to her when it was necessary, but I didn't say anything else to her at all. This isn't the end of the world, isn't a horrible person. I'm not going to be mad forever, but I'm trying to stop saying, oh, it's okay when it isn't. I'm tired of not being truthful about people and being shitty to me, but on the other hand, it's not like she was asking me what's wrong. She read the room and knew. Define to myself. Tacos get me through. Alright, last post for today. Help! How do I stop being so dependent on weed? I just want to be able to use weed without always thinking about the next time I'm going to get high. I feel like a true drug addict and my life revolves around me getting high. I'm still very successful and productive, but I hate being so reliant and dependent on weed to make me feel okay and normal. I've smoked almost daily for 5 years. Usually after work every night and all day on weekends, but recently I stopped working and went back to school full time. And I have easy access to cards, so I feel like I'm always just wanting to hit the card while I'm doing anything and even studying to make it more enjoyable. Has anyone else felt like it, and how do you break the habit? Please help. Weed addiction is a real thing. Regardless of what people say, physical or physiological, you can develop a dependence on weed. You can try taking a tea break for a couple of weeks, months to see how you feel. I would suggest tapering off unless you really think you can stick with cold turkey. I entered a substance-free mental health program and drug rehab 2 years ago and quit cold turkey. It sucked so bad I had withdrawal symptoms for a couple of weeks. I was a daily smoker for years at that point. I personally realized that even after quitting weed for a period of time and getting back on track with my mental health, that weed just personally isn't a drug I can moderate on. Even if I start small, I always end up back at dependence, even if I don't even get high from it anymore. That's not saying you have to quit forever. Many people can and do moderate their use, but it definitely sounds like you might need to heavily cut or quit use for a while if you feel that dependent on it. What do I say? No easy solution, to be honest. Gotta fill the void with something. All right. I think that's gonna be it for today. Okay, guys, I know we have 0 viewers, but that's okay. We're gonna end up the stream hier. Ik ga deze eens wat uitproberen, die mano's. Anyways, peace.